Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Go. 280! Hey, center. Switch. Check. Go. Fresno. 82.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
3 down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Hey, box drop.
Mike 3. Wild Bill.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, he wasn't too far from break. That officially give him 15, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And complete to Zach Ertz. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, Fields steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Fields. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Bellamy. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. On 1st down, Grant. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And take it right on the 30. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On 1st down, Fields flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. And he'll find Hall.
Complete to number 2. 10 yards on the pickup.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. We're scoreless after 1. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Looking to throw. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields eluding the pressure right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run with Sanders. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Dancing to his left. He'll diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
That's what I do. Slam.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
At the 34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You won't see me in your nightmares, son. You won't see me in your nightmares.
Now Wentz. And this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He's going to field this at the 4. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Let's go now. Now the wolf. I got you. I got you.
Throwing on first down. Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Saints take over.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on.
Sunday, Sunday!
He don't want it. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken around the 12. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
He's got him in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
0-0, Mike Free.
Hey, Lou. 26.
So after the INT, here's Wentz.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, Ford Tokyo.
Mike 3. Go.
Fast.
Check 25. Check 25.
Here.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, it's Grant. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always nowhere to escape, and he goes down. chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays. Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down. On 1st and 10, Fields. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check it out, read. Kill, kill, kill. Go.
Throwing again. Fields. Flushed out right. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him. You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 6. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball. That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup. Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Back to throw. Fields. Defense didn't budge on. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done. And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter. Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. They're looking for the big chunk now because as you tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it was much more of a duck than a designed back shoulder throw. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
To throw again. Fields escaping the pressure right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up the first down with a nice throw.
Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Eluding the pressure right. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake. Fields. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Looking to throw. Fields. Flushed out right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now a play fake. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Wentz to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, Fields being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, Fields. This is caught. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Yeah. Check 3.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Wentz. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The Saints on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Combo.
81.
Mike 3.
Yeah.
0-0, Mike 3.
Watch twist.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He gets it to Thomas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, rip 5-2. On here. 0-0. Here.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Hey, orbit.
Wins. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle, and that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off play action. Fields. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Going for it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 17. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case.
It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey! Here. I got motion. Hey, 57.
Wentz going to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
No. Watch twist. Motion.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Now whistles here. And they might have been a little too fired up to go after the punter. So a 5-yard swing, but still 4th down.
You just wonder if the punt team used up something there that they didn't need to, right? Draw them off sides, but it still doesn't get them a 1st down. I used that one on 4th and 5 or less.
It's taken to the 26. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Off the play fake. Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. But Charles, it's one.